comments, because to me the heart and soul of this town hall dialogue tonight is to hear your questions and your views on the terribly important issue of health care. And I'd like to just start by telling you that I began my morning this morning in Fort Hood, largest U.S. Army installation in the country, sent more soldiers to Iraq than any other military base in our great nation. And in meeting with the soldiers this morning, I felt the same way I always do when I go there, feeling deeply blessed and humbled that you and I are fortunate enough to live in a country where great young Americans are willing to put on our nation's uniform and even are willing to give their life if necessary so that you and I have the right to be part of this democracy. So your voice can be heard in our democracy, so that you can question and even challenge elected officials. I thank God that we live in a country that allows us all that opportunity. I always wonder about how we and I were down there 2 Sundays ago and put medals around the necks of 40 young children whose dads had given their lives in Iraq. I always question myself, how do we ever honor those people for the sacrifices they have made? I think you honor them tonight by being here. Whatever your position is on health care, whether we agree on some things, disagree on others, the fact that you're here, the fact that you chose it on a Friday night, on a 3-day weekend, a holiday weekend, to be part of our democracy, I think is the greatest way we can salute and thank those great soldiers that I met with this morning. Let me just address one thing, and then we're going to go directly to your questions. You have a right to know my approach to health care. Let me just make a couple of points in regard to that. First, I think it's one of the most important issues that any member of Congress will ever be asked to vote on, because it affects your family, my family. It affects every American family in our entire country. I think it's more important that we do it carefully and thoroughly and do it right than we do it quickly. And that's why I was one of the members of Congress who, in late July, told the House leadership, if you force us to vote in August before we've gone home and listen to our constituents and study these bills carefully, count me as a no, because this is too important for us to the public, the press, American citizens who have a chance to participate in it. Secondly, while I have made the purposeful decision until I have analyzed it, and I've spent hundreds of hours studying this bill and share some of the frustrations I imagine you feel about trying to get our arms around what's in this bill and what's not in this bill. It's a long bill. It's a complicated issue. But while I've spent hundreds of hours, the fact is I'm purposely going to remain undecided until I've had a chance to listen to people from all walks of life in our district. But I can tell you that one thing I will not vote for, if I believe any bill, out of the House or Senate, any bill would end up through the front door or the back door with the United States having a Canadian-style, socialized, one-size-fits-all, government-run health care plan, I will vote no on it. My third and final point is this. I think we've got, in so many, many ways, the greatest healthcare system in the world. I know Leanne's and our children, God forbid, had cancer, or someone we love had a heart problem. I wouldn't want them to be in any other country in the world. I want them to be right here with the finest doctors and nurses and some of the most cutting-edge technology we have in the world. My concern is that if we don't do something about costs that are going up 3 times faster than the wage rate, costs that are going up so fast that some have estimated that if we did nothing about those cost increases, Texas families would pay in 2016, not that far away, $24,000 a year, 51% of their average income on health care. I'm concerned about those costs going up, and with it, the increased number of uninsured as small businesses are dropping health care for their employees, to a large extent because of cost increases. If we don't do something about those cost increases, we could put at risk the kind of quality of health care that you and I are blessed to have in this country. So I don't think doing nothing in the long run is a good option. What I hope our goal would be to try to protect the quality of our healthcare system while trying to do something responsibly to hold down these cost increases that are putting the quality and the accessibility of your and our healthcare at risk. So those are just 3 points to let you know. Those are just 3 points to let you know, as our constituents, my approach to this issue. Now I'd really like to get to the most important part of this dialogue tonight, and that is to hear from you.